Again, I'm a voyeur, so I love it. I'll watch it.
It was definitely
sideshows that would come in and stuff. Do you still do those?
Yeah.
like this. Oh, and the butterflies, before you get on, you're waiting in line.
Certified freak, 7 days a week. That word is pussy good. My pull-out game weak. Ooh.
Yo, what up, body shoppers? This is Joe Cimino here with
Marilu.
I'm finally getting it right, like pretty regularly. So one of these days I'm going to do it in everything's the opposite. It's opposite world.
Hey, everyone.
What up, Donald? How's everybody doing? Oh, already got people jumping in. Oh,
yep.
Let's see. So we got who we got? Oh, we got everybody but Twitch. We need to get our Twitchers back. Fucking Twitchers.
Twitch.
All right. Well, I think it's Leo Greenleaf. What's up?
Leo?
Yeah, I don't know.
Leo?
Can you type it out phonetically so we know how to say it?
Lael.
Maybe
it's Lael.
Maybe Lael is multicultural.
Maybe.
Greenleaf. Greenleaf sounds maybe I don't know, Scandinavian maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
That would be Snowball. Leo Snowball.
Oh my god.
Oh, so uh-oh. There you go. He disappeared for a second.
Okay.
Oh. What's up, Ken?
Oh, it's Ken. Okay.
Ken's incognito today.
Okay.
So it's been an interesting day. It started kind of early here. We have had for all intents and purposes, a porn content shoot that's been going on since about 9:30 this morning.
Yes.
And, they're actually still here in the back doing naughty things and all that. So that's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay. We'll see you guys next week. No. Well, I mean, it's kind of cool when, people, whether they're actual members of the club or, outside entities that hear about us and, they're intrigued with the club, the setup, the look of it. So much so that, they want to come in and do photo shoots and commercials and content building days. So those are always fun,
Well,
but
it's a very unique space.
Yeah.
To a lot of people. And actually you and I were talking about this earlier in the week as we're talking about redeveloping some of the areas of the club. And, there's what I would call, and I like how this looks, but I would call it like the stereotypical club loungy look. White leather couches and, the backlit, LEDs and the hanging stuff. And, just it, and I'm not knocking it because I actually enjoy the look, but it's just so cookie cutter. Like it's like every club has copied each other. What did you call it? You called it something like what kind of club look?
I call it the stripper club look.
Yeah. It's kind of reminiscent of that. Again, it looks sharp. I think it looks sharp. But if you're a content creator, you're looking for some uniqueness. And, here I am talking at the club. Actually, but in doing that, I'm going to give a shout out because, I'm extremely not creative at all. And so John Ross and I'll say Q Perry are two people that have, John Ross at the beginning of the project really helped set it up and brought in some really cool pieces. And then Q Perry, who over the last couple of years has brought some pieces that we've added to the club that I think are really cool. Actually, the piece behind me is Q Perry. I feel bad. I think it's CB Perry on Instagram is his. I don't know if John Ross has an Instagram. If he does, I apologize. I don't know it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah. You have two pieces behind you that are CB Perry.
Oh yeah, the little woman up in the upper right hand corner on my screen, right above the swinger plate. So those are two pieces, and then oh no, I got three.
You have three.
Yeah, that one right there is CB Perry. So I got three in here. So I got three CB Perry pieces of art in my office alone. So
okay.
Yeah, so I think that's what makes the club unique, is that it doesn't look cookie cutter like a lot of other clubs do. So not a lot, but some.
No. Well, and we had a lot of people that were kind of asking, how did we come up with some of the ideas for the interior decor of the club? And a lot of that also came from John Ross. And, the whole purpose is that everything in the space, to some extent, is being repurposed from somewhere else. So if you walk into the Pittsburgh Club and you see a particular art piece, it may have been hanging at the Pittsburgh Institute of Art for a few years, or it may have been a backdrop from a play or a music venue here in Pittsburgh that's no longer around. So it's kind of, it plays its own homage to the cities in which they're in.
Right. I agree. So I've got to stop for a second. So Ken Wynn just popped in. So is Ken the same Ken that was on earlier and you just changed your login? Or do we have two Kens watching on Facebook?
I think it's the same Ken.
Okay, maybe. What up, Ken? Yeah, Jason. Actually, we have a similar plate. No, so the plate behind me, Mike Kilbill comments on here sometimes. That was originally his plate on his car. So that's a real live Ohio plate. That's now defunct. It's no good anymore. But we also have a mock-up plate on the. Ken says one of me. It was coming across weird then when you were on earlier. It said Lael Greenleaf. I don't know what the fuck was that all about. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, we have another plate. It's a mock-up plate. Actually, John Ross got it because we had the Ohio plate on the car DJ booth, and he's like, no, we need one from Pennsylvania. So he went and had a mock-up one done for the club. Actually, he had two made up. He had one swinger, and then he had one that we could switch out, and it says badass on it for when we had vanilla stuff going on.
Yeah.
Stuff going on here. Vanilla.
Yes. So I think that G is actually confused. The Greenleaf person is actually another individual by the name that uses the name Ken. And then we have Ken Wynn. So yes, we do have two Kens.
So Ken Greenleaf, we need to fix your name because I can't. So yeah.
I was right. It's Lael.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay.
Hey, Lael. So Lael, Ken Lael.
Yeah.
We're making introductions even in the virtual world. So anyway, yeah. So the shoot's been going on since 9:30, and we've had people in and out of here all day.
No pun intended.
Ba-dum-bum. Marilu got jokes tonight. So I'm a little disappointed. So I'm going to segue into next week real quick, just because Marilu and I are going to be in Houston, Texas next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the Couples Escape hotel takeover / convention. This is our first time attending this specific event, and I know I've talked about it in prior. Ken means yes in Hebrew. Oh, okay.
So it's always a yes with you, Lael.
Now that we know that, anybody named Ken, that's an automatic consent. Yes.
Yes, it's a yes.
That's great. That's good to know. Yeah, so we're going to be in Houston, Texas next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for Couples Escape. We'll probably do we need to figure out if we're going in on Wednesday or Thursday.
Either or is good. Depends whether we want to get there early and have our own little moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we're going to live stream from either here or Houston.
Right. If we take the later flight on Wednesday, we'll literally be live streaming from our Uber. Maybe.
yeah, Uber. So Houston must be Tabitha's hometown. So
hey, awesome.
Okay. I've only flown through Houston numerous times, but I've never I don't think I've actually been to Houston, like for anything.
No, I mean, we
drove from Houston to Austin. We flew into Houston and then drove to Austin. Or no, we flew to Austin. Or no.
No, we went to Galveston.
Oh, that's right. Duh. That was for your birthday a couple of years ago.
Yeah, for my birthday a few years ago.
Yeah. Completely forgot about that. That was kind of cool. I have a terrible memory. I'd rather remember what I did yesterday. Although I don't forget what happened last night.
Oh. Is this something you want to talk about?
Not really. Suffice to say, it was a nice time, and hopefully we have part 2 tonight.
He's such a tease, isn't he?
He
talks about it.
They don't want to hear about our shenanigans. So anyway, we will be in Houston next week. We were going to bring on the person that puts the event on. Fortunately, he messaged me about an hour ago and said he wasn't going to be able to make it on because he is elbows deep in making signage and stuff for the event, getting that all together for next week. So that is, you get bogged down the last minute. So,
well, and I think it's Friday night is the throwback party. So that's what Tone Loc. Tone Loc's going to be in concert.
Color me impressed that somebody was able to book Tone Loc. Now, I think there's a few caveats to this. Now, Tone Loc was popular when you and I were much, much younger.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about that is I remember like when we were younger and you would see what I would consider to be older artists who were doing smaller venue shows or whatever. And in a way, it's kind of like, oh, okay, you're not so popular anymore. You're doing this, whatever. In this case, I don't feel like that about Tone Loc. Like, I almost feel like it fits perfectly. Like, not even knowing anything about him.
Yeah.
Is he a swinger? I don't know. Could he be? But I am making it my mission for us to get a picture with Tone Loc sometime on Friday. And I hope Bobby watches this. Bobby, if you're watching, I need you to set that up. I need a photo. I don't care if I got to pay.
Well, I've been telling everybody that since you use the LL Cool G name sometimes, that I'm like, that would be kind of cool if you actually did get a picture. It's like LL Cool G and Tone Loc.
Maybe I need to get a shirt made up that says MLL Cool G. Well, remember though, I'm sort of quasi-retiring that name. I'm now G-Puff.
Oh, that's right. You've become a K-popper, so you're
I've switched from hip-hop to K-pop.
I love it.
Well, we have a friend of ours, Mike, who sometimes chimes in on here. He promised he was watching. What's up, Brianna? He promised he was going to watch tonight. He has me programmed in his phone as Gelsomino and then G-Puff.
Oh, G-Puff.
Yeah.
Well, he actually called. He called me earlier to tell me, I know that I'm supposed to like always bring you something when I come to visit. And I know it's alcohol. I just can't remember which one.
Oh, is that who you were talking to on the phone?
Yeah. So he's like bringing
me at first.
Oh, well, he's bringing me my mimosas. So for those of you in PA, you can't have alcohol at Aldi's. Aldi's doesn't have a liquor license here. So, G-Dog. But all the ones in Ohio do. And they have some really good, actually, like sangria wine and these pre-mixed mimosas, which we have partaked in the last 2 Sundays with our parking lot parties. So I went from like having like 30 bottles to having 4 bottles.
Well, and if you notice, I have quite a bit of color today. That's because we were out on Sunday sitting in the parking lot for 3 hours. Yeah. Actually, I still look a little burned. You said I was peeling today.
Yeah, so. Your forehead a little bit. But yeah, someone today was like, "Oh my God, you're so tanned. Like, where did you guys go?" And I'm like, "We haven't been anywhere in like a month or 2." They're like, "But you're so tan." I'm like, "Oh, it's the asphalt tan from sitting out in the parking lot." Right. I'm like, "You don't need to put on any oil or anything. You just sit out there and you bake."
Yeah, I didn't.
It's like perfect. No, but anyway.
You know what I think's funny? Just real quick, touching base on that. We have our patio here at the club out back, and I think it's funny that you want to sit out front in the front parking lot drinking rather than sit on the patio.
Well, okay, I think why I don't like do the parking lot in the back, especially like on a Sunday morning after the club's been open, because the parking lot, or excuse me, the patio is generally our smoking area, and I can't be around smoke. So, even the day after, there's still a little, reminiscent ashtray smell, and that's why I just sit in the front instead.
Fair enough.
Give it a few days to kind of like twiddle down. So Ken's asking, how did the album store date thingy go? It was actually cool. I mean, we found some albums that the covers we were like, oh my God, like, can you believe this is out there? Of course, being the people that we are, we gravitated to the album covers that were all sexual in nature.
Yeah. I will say, though, I started losing interest relatively quick, not because I didn't like the idea of it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna say this is more of a shout out to the record store. So we went to Attic Record Store, which is in Millvale, which is still technically Pittsburgh, but they call it Millvale. That place is packed to the gills with albums and CDs and 45s, and I mean, I can't imagine that they don't have an album, no matter how obscure it is.
Well, and my thing was that everything is categorized. You can actually call them and they have everything inventoried in their computer system. And I was just like, oh my God, how do you keep track of all of this? And of course the guys, we since we posted on Instagram and on Facebook and stuff, that's what we were doing for our date on Monday. It was funny. As soon as we walked in the store, one of the employees looked at us and was like, "You guys are here on a date, aren't you?"
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
And we looked at each other like, "What?" And he's like, "Your date." We're like, "Oh yeah."
So I'm gonna put up. They have a Twitter, since we can post to, because I can't post to Facebook, or not Facebook. What the fuck am I talking about? To Instagram. So that's Attic Records. So quick shout out to them.
Yeah.
Packed to the gills. So I had a hard time. There was just, I don't want to say a million records, but
a million records.
maybe somebody from Attic Records will see the tag and they'll chime in and tell us how many records they actually have. But it got too overwhelming for me. It was just like, I even asked the guy, do you have a section where it's just like obscure album covers or whatever? He's like, no. He goes, but there's other record stores that have that. And I'm thinking about him like, well, please do that. So,
because then we can come back every couple of months and be like, oh, this one's cool.
Yeah. The idea of the date was cool. and I think in a little bit different circumstances. I'm not a music. I'm not a. I don't consider myself a music aficionado. Is that the right word?
Okay.
You know, so I'm not like, you know, I like music. Don't get me wrong, but I don't go gaga over it. So,
Okay. I think because there was so much to look through, it was a little overwhelming of like, oh my God, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? But some of the covers that we found were, like I said, you know, just awesome, just crazy that we found them, one. And I think there was one of the bands, one of the covers, it turned out to be a band from Cleveland.
Yes.
That we didn't know. And it was like, oh my God. You know, when we started looking up who it was like, oh, this is really cool.
So here, I want to pull up our Instagram because I don't remember the name of the band now. So here's what's interesting. So the idea of the day date was to find the album cover of a band. It didn't say one that you didn't know, but it just said, if you didn't know it, then to research the band and listen to their music and then have a discussion about it, you know, almost like homework. But let me see if I can find, I think it was.
Wasn't it the green cover?
It was the green cover. If somebody can help me here. I can't get over my profile. What?
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up now.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? It was in our story. Fuck.
Wait a minute, but don't you still have it on your phone?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I got you, boo. I got you. I got you.
But the whole thing of the day date was to go to an album store, a record shop, and find covers that were obscure. And they could have been from a band that you already knew, but we preferred to go with a band that we didn't know. And we picked like 3 or 4 of the ones that we thought were pretty interesting, and came home and looked them up online to see about the band, and then actually like listened to the album on Spotify. So that was pretty cool. A few of them actually, you know.
It was called Inmates. The band was called Inmates.
Okay.
So when I listened to the first, you know, I did find them on, I think it was on Spotify. And Spotify kind of shows you like how many people like the song or whatever, or, you know, and there weren't a lot. There was, I mean, a lot for a local band. There was like 1,000, but this was the most popular one. And don't ask me what the song was because I don't remember. But it was recorded live at one of their shows. And you could tell it was like at something like the Agora or Beachland Ballroom in Cleveland or something like that. Because it was just, you could tell it's a smaller venue. And the guy's on stage. I'm listening to this, and he's telling a joke, and he says, "What does a girl from Parma and trash have? Or no, what's the difference between a girl from Parma and trash?" And the answer is the trash gets taken out once a week. So as soon as he said that, I was like, "Wait a minute! Tell me this fucking band is from Cleveland." So I, of course, researched it. Sure enough, they're a Cleveland band. So
yeah. It was pretty cool.
Gravitated to it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And like you said, you know, for a small town band, who that was probably maybe their only album, it actually was pretty good, you know. So
it was pretty hardcore shit. Well, the album cover, I'm looking at it right now. It's got actually 2. Here's why I gravitated towards it. There's 2 women that are in bondage on it. So
I pointed out the second one because you didn't notice the second one.
No, I didn't. There, yeah. 2
I'm like, wait a minute, there's somebody else in bondage over here.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah.
So yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm excited to try some different stuff, and that was the whole point of getting this couples adventure book or whatever it's called. I should know better. I should know what it's called, but I think it's Couples Adventure, or
it is
Adventure Challenge Couples Edition. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of cool. It's kind of cool to be able to do that. What's up, Kill Bill? We were just talking about you and your swinger plate.
Yep.
Hey, everybody, this is Kill Bill. This was his plate originally. And kudos to you for having the balls to get that plate and drive it around like that. Marilu would fucking kill me if I did that.
Well, I always marveled at the fact that it got approved. Like,
well, he's got a story about that. I think he went to 2 different ones. The first one didn't let him do it, and the second one did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the second place probably thought that it was referring to like golfers, you know.
Well, that's funny you said that, because if you look at some of the Instagram tags, hashtags for swinger or swingers, that is legit. A lot of the posts are about golfing.
Yeah.
Kilbo says it. Yeah, of course. Well, Kilbo, sorry, I know I call you Kilbo. That is in the porn that was shot at the hotel takeover that we did.
Yeah, it was.
They took a picture of that plate, and it's actually in the intro part of the. Actually, I think it's on the cover.
It was one of the small pictures on the cover, but yeah, it was still a valid plate. It was literally on Kill Bill's car at the time. So yeah, it was a good thing. Oh,
see if I can find the actual cover. Wow, that was from 2013.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Oh, I guess it's not on the cover. Oh no, this is the first
side.
Swinger Stories. Hold on, let me find the other one.
If it's not on the front, it's on the back, but I know it's on there.
Real American Swinger Stories 2. Oh, there's a Real American Swinger Stories 3.
They actually have it at Adult Mart. Kill Bill.
Yeah, go to Adult Mart and get it.
Yeah,
it shows Couples Fest Cleveland. That was our first and only Couples Fest that we did. I would love to.
It was our first porn shoot too. So
yeah, I know we've talked about this before. We're memorialized in a porn, in this porn in particular. Real American Stories 2. Go check it out. It's on. You can find it on Adult DVD Empire. So, Jupe, what's up?
Hey.
So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna be in Houston next week. I think we'll probably live stream from here. We'll see, and then
we'll play it by ear.
Talk about.
We'll see how it goes. But so let's see what's new for me this week.
Yeah, you got any new toys or anything?
Actually, I've got a few things that came in this week, but the one
Can I interrupt you for one quick second?
Sure.
So I want to hook these guys a little bit. I'm going to hook them. So I think Marilu's going to talk about one of her new toys that she just got, because I know she's pretty excited about it. But I am going to share one story about last night, and it is toy related.
Okay.
But I'm going to share it with everybody after you're done telling your story. So.
Okay. Well, okay. So last year, when like COVID was in deep lockdown, everyone, of course, started buying toys to occupy their time, and as well as just seeking out new things. One of the things was what's called the Rose, and
I think how it's called Inya.
Inya's the okay. Inya is the product line.
Yes.
Yeah. Inya's the product line. NS Novelties is the manufacturer, the U.S. manufacturer. Okay. And distributed out of the U.S. here. But when people were talking about this last year, it was actually under a different name, made by a company that was kind of like selling them on like Alibaba Express or something. And someone actually did a TikTok video of it. So of course, something goes on TikTok and everyone goes nuts. Like, I got to get that toy. Well, it wasn't here in the US. And as sexologists and people that are in the actual adult industry came to find the original, it was also found out that it wasn't made of silicone. It was actually made of silica gel.
What's the difference?
The difference is that silica gel is a porous substance. So because it is a pulsating toy, you can never actually really get it clean because the bacteria would hold into the pores of the toy. So everyone in the industry has been waiting for NS Novelties to come out with their version of it, still called the Rose, but this one is actually silicone, so it's body safe, and it's just this cute little thing that looks like a rose.
Because I saw it. It looks like a little rose.
Yeah, like a little rose petal. Okay, and of course, like I said, it's a actual pulsating one, so it goes over the clit, and it has that suction motion. Okay. And it goes, I think it's 7 speeds. It is water resistant.
I would hope so. You're gonna wash it, no?
Yeah, exactly. It's as in it can be immersed. But I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's the lowest. Yeah.
It actually sounds. Yeah, the first one it sounded like. Oh, sounds like a helicopter.
Well, that's the sucking motion.
I'm having flashbacks.
But you can, like when I pull it away from me,
helicopter.
It does. It's on the mic. It does, but here it doesn't.
I think, Marilu, you should do a demonstration of that on Chatterbait at some point.
Yeah, are we getting invaded right now? There you go.
Other something from Tetris.
Well, okay, guys, you know that obviously if I have it up to the mic, that's it's a little loud. But it's just to kind of give you an idea of the pulsation of it, and the different speeds. But I was just really excited because I had so many people asking me about this product, about the original product when it came out, and I was hesitant to talk about it because I knew that there were issues with it. So now to have this one actually out on the market, like I literally just got them yesterday, shipped to me yesterday, and having it be totally body safe, I think right. Wow, yeah, when you hear the vibration and the motion of the ocean, don't come and knock.
Yeah, for sure.
And I used to,
who wants to get probed first? And Kill Bill says, me.
Yeah. Well, and the thing too with this was that, and this is just a PSA announcement. If you do choose to buy your toys from, online, make sure that it comes in the original package and it's sealed and not in a little Ziplocky thing. Because unfortunately, some of these companies, even with Amazon, you could ship this stuff back and they can turn around and resell it. So always be cautious of how you get your toys in the mail. If it's coming in a little zippy and there's no instructions or no actual seal on the box, don't.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
Especially if the mailman shows up and says, wow, that was great.
Okay. Hold up. Okay, since you said that, I have to. I think it was last week during one of our playtimes. I was actually reading a little erotica, and one of them was about a mailman who was delivering a package, and the package was torn, but the recipient, accepted it and so forth. And later on, as they were in their home using the toy, the mailman just so happened to come back to the door to knock and ask them if their delivery service was satisfactory. So instead of the pizza delivery, instead of the pizza delivery guy, it was the UPS or the Amazon Prime delivery guy who halfway through the story divulges that the toy had fallen out of the original box. So he already knew what it was and was figuring, well, I'll scope it out. If I don't see anybody else there, I'll come back and I'll help you use it. I'll show you. I'll give you the instructions. So yeah, that was one of my stories that I was reading last week. Yeah. I love how Kill Bill's like, I'll ship myself away.
Right. Well, what's interesting is Marilu never shares what the stories are that she reads with me. So it was interesting to hear what one of them was. So I guess that gives a whole new meaning to the word Amazon Prime.
Well, I still
like
didn't
Amazon
divulge.
Hump.
Wait a minute. I still didn't divulge everything because it went into the storyline of being more of a little bit of sissy play.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So there were like ruffled panties in the box and along
Nice.
with the toy, It
means mailman in Spanish. Marilu, you speak fluent Spanish. You want to chime in on that?
Lo siento, pero Ken no quiere decir eso, por favor.
¿Cómo se dice mailman?
Cartero.
¿Qué?
Cartero.
Cartero.
Like car, Tero.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, Ken, you didn't get us fooled.
So back to the rose. I hope to still have some of these available over the weekend. So if anyone comes into the Pittsburgh location, you can buy these off of us here at the front desk.
Demonstrated first, though.
Yeah, I'll demonstrate it on you.
You will not buy. You will not buy until she demonstrates it.
No.
Jason said that he likes what the Body Shop T-shirt looks like. I've got a question, serious question. Since Ken, you mentioned that, or Jason, I mean Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Would anybody wear like a T-shirt or tank top or something that says the Body Shop on it, like Body Shop Clubs or whatever? Because I've always had the idea of like making shirts that have our logo on it, but then maybe like some cool sayings or funny sayings, or like, the shirt that I wore last week that said "Come Catcher" or whatever. By the way, no T-shirts this week. I had to go buy at the Attic Records. So, what else? So yeah,
I think most people, if they have the T-shirt and they're wearing it out, Gen Pop is not going to know what Body Shop Clubs mean. But people that do know, that's kind of like I know you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know what? We're in an age where it literally takes 2 seconds to do a search for the Body Shop, because it's going to say Body Shop Clubs on it. So
right.
Somebody's going to look it up. So you got to be really committed to being out and wear a shirt like that. And again, I'm not saying it's just going to say the Body Shop on it. I think it's going to say, I think we should have a contest to come up with like the 5 best like sayings that can go on a t-shirt, and then we'll print those and then we'll sell them at the club.
There you go.
You think about
Well,
that.
I've always wanted to do like the booty shorts.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Philly Friction did something like that. I think it just said friction on it or something. They did booty shorts.
Yeah.
I always thought it was kind of cool that
Yeah.
they did.
I know, and the booty shorts or like the thongs, you know,
well, a thong wouldn't look good on me.
we can get a sling instead. You know, a hammock.
You want to accentuate how small my pee-pee is.
Oh God.
Well, so I'll tell the story about a story of last night.
A story? Okay.
I'm sharing it just because it kind of caught me off guard a little bit. So,
What did?
What did? My story from last night. The one I'm getting ready to tell. Patience is a virtue.
Okay, go.
Oh no, I'm waiting now. It's Pepe. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Swinger boxers. Yeah, boxers might be okay. I do boxer briefs personally, but I did order, FYI, I did order a pair of boxers for next week. Only because I'm not really big into dressing up for the theme parties, even though I know we have them. I don't know. I'm really kind of a fuddy-duddy. I'm just kind of coming to think that I'm a fucking fuddy-duddy. I don't like dressing up. I don't know. Anyway, so I bought boxers and they're silver, like shiny silver to match. I have that shiny silver shirt. Say that 3 times real fast.
Shiny silver, shiny silver, shiny silver, shiny silver, shiny silver.
No. Well, you already messed it up. It's shiny silver shirt.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Shiny silver shirt, shiny silver shirt, shiny silver shirt.
Shiny silver shirt. Shiny silver shirt.
I sound like I'm saying Shiva. Okay. Okay.
I almost said panties. I ordered panties for next week, and they're shiny to match one of my shiny silver shirts that I have.
Okay.
One of the themes is, I think, alien invasion or something.
The intergalactic party on Saturday.
Yeah. So anyway, I've got a pair of boxers that I bought that are shiny also. Okay. I was actually going to buy a pair of shoes that were shiny also, but I thought, man, that's way over the fucking top. I would look like a complete and utter idiot dressed like that.
Oh no! If you got some 70s like club shoes, the disco shoes.
You mean like Kiss boots or something like that?
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. So if anyone knows of any place that we can get a size 12 or 13 Kiss boots.
No, I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to wear Kiss boots. But I don't know what I'm going to wear with that either. I think I have a small selection of shoes. So with the fish at the bottom. Exactly.
We'll get you like the little silver like headband too with little probing eyes.
No.
Okay.
I know we talked about Jason. I think we'll probably try and do Exotica. That's one of the things. So that's in September, I think it is.
Yeah, I have it in my calendar now for which one's which. So. And
also, well, there you go, Dana. That's a good. You know what? I bet you I've got an old pair of shoes I can do that with. You know what, Dana? I knew you were good for something. Thank you. You're the idea man.
Oh God. Okay, so now get to your story. You got 11 minutes. Come on.
I got all the time I want. I'll draw this thing out for another hour. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm gonna go eat.
This is free. This shit don't cost me. Okay, so I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna give you all the details, but I'm just gonna tell you what happened. So Marilu and I are fucking around or whatever, and I'm thinking that we're getting ready to fuck, because that's sort of the natural progression of things. And So Marilu lays back with one of her toys, and she's gonna masturbate and whatever, and so I lay back, and I'm like, okay, I guess we'll mutual masturbate or whatever. And then I just start getting ready to, or actually, I'm masturbating, and she sort of looks at me, and she's like, "Don't you want to use your toy?" And I'm like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, I said, "Is that more of a request?" And she's like, "Well, maybe, kind of, sorta." So I ended up using my toy again last night, the one I talked about.
Mhm.
Actually, I should have brought it down. I didn't think I was going to talk about it, but yeah. So that's the story. It was, here's me thinking, okay, we're gonna knock one out, and Marilu wanted to watch me use my toy. One
Okay,
of two
but
things
well,
comes to mind. Hold on. One of two things comes to mind. Either A, I'm that fucking terrible in bed, or B, she was that excited to watch me do it.
I was that excited to
And
watch you do it, but you still got to knock one out
well, yeah,
without the toy.
I know.
Okay, well, there's no
You played
complaints.
before I did. Videos, it didn't happen. Actually, we talked about doing that. I kind of half want to record ourselves.
Okay. Okay.
Red Turtle on the Pittsburgh Daddy swinging with all the ladies in your cat. We just watched American Swing last night. We had friends of ours that were over and told us about American Swing. It's from 2006, 2008, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. If weirdly enough, if you have Plex, it was on Plex.
Yeah.
I have never watched like a live, or not live, watched a streaming movie on Plex. Like, we use Plex for in-house for all of the porn that we play on the TVs. And so it was weird. Like, we're looking up like how to watch it because they told us about this, because it was originally on Netflix, I think. Stop playing with my emotions, Turtle. So yeah, we ended up watching on Plex last night. It was very interesting. It was very interesting to watch because this was about Plato's Retreat.
Yes.
And which was kind of the first real swing club in the country. 1977, 78?
Yes. 77, 78 was when they started it.
Yeah. So but it was, so anyway, they called, what did they call him? The King of Swing.
Yes, he was the King of Swing. Larry Levinson was it?
Larry Levinson. Yes. He died at what, 62?
Yeah, he died relatively young of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But it was an interesting story, and then it was even more so interesting because like the people that they were interviewing, they actually like had video of them or pictures of them from back in the 70s, early 80s. And to see them, in their 60s or 70s, talking about how they used to like get it on and do the whole thing. It was pretty interesting. It was a lot of fun to watch it. And it also came to light about the midnight pizza parties, where they came from.
Now Marilu wants to order pizzas at midnight for the events. At midnight pizza. So as I'm watching, as I'm looking at myself, so right before we went on stream, actually probably about 20 minutes before we went on stream, as you can tell, Marilu's wearing some lipstick. And she gives me a little teeny tiny peck. So me goofing around, I'm like, I'm like, whatever. And I realize now, I think I have lips. Looks like I have wearing lipstick.
Well, maybe not so much lipstick, but it definitely gives your lips a little bit more of a rosé color because I have lip stain on, not just lipstick. It's the stain. So it sticks to everything.
Do you want to fuck me?
Yeah.
Do I need to tuck my wiener and do you want to fuck me?
Stray dog pizza. Oh, that would be interesting. So
I don't know. Do they do pizza?
The pizza delivery dare.
Pizza delivery dare, yeah. We'll see if they can seduce the pizza delivery person.
Well, I wanted to give a shout out to also I love our members. I love everyone for their thoughts. But actually I had someone like gift me my little pineapple straw to go with my cup last week. I was like, oh, that's cute. I know it doesn't, it may not seem like much to anybody, but it's special to me that our members think about us and stuff and send us little things like this, which is always fun to open up packages, like little gift bags and stuff. But thank you for that. I wanted to make sure. I know I didn't get to see you at the end of the night, but thank you for that.
That was from Laura.
Yes, it was from Laura. Mm-hmm.
Ryan Turtle, we don't have a shirt.
No.
Nothing's come in the mail or anything. Nope. So, I like I said, I had to order one, or not order one. I bought one from Attic Records. I said, well, fuck it, nobody got me a shirt. But I didn't wear it. There's nothing really naughty about it. So
yeah, Jason, I have it on my calendar for October. See, I wrote
that's super close to Halloween.
It's the week before.
I know. That's just super close to Halloween. I get freaked out about that.
I know, but it's at Friday, Saturday, Sunday beforehand, and Halloween is actually on a Sunday, so the party will be on the 30th. We'll be good.
Okay. Okay.
We'll be
well,
good.
it is also, since we're talking about traveling, we're officially doing Naughty in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
We had that dialogue this week, and we've committed to that. So we're going to do a little bit more traveling this year. Thank goodness.
Yeah. So, yep. Well, I get out there and say hi to everybody. Other club owners and stuff that we work with and that we know. And support everybody. I know we all had a bad year last year, so it's nice to be able to talk to some of them and be like, phew,
yeah,
we got through this one. So
yeah,
so we'll be there to support some people.
Turtle says that they're going to get me a shirt to wear on the plane. Unfortunately, because we fly under Marilu's benefits, I can't wear anything naughty like that.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't think they allow naughty stuff anyway, do they?
Technically, no.
On planes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, I can wear it at the. Ooh, no.
You can wear it at the event. Yeah. There you go.
Fuck.
Yeah. Our vacation.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's going to be super interesting going to this. I'll touch base on with this again.
Mm-hmm.
So Bobby, the person who puts on the event, we've never officially physically met him, like in person. And I was going to tell this story when he came on, but I'll tell it to you guys, even though he's not here. It's kind of a funny story. So at the very beginning of the pandemic, we had the idea of putting chat rooms on the website. So we ended up having this. They got the chat rooms installed. Actually, they were already working on it prior to the pandemic, and they were going to roll it out soon. Well, that just kind of that escalated, sped things up. So I never met Bobby before. Actually, a lot of the people are in the room I had never talked to or met before. So we're in this chat room, and we all got video up or whatever. And I'm just listening to everybody talk. It's going to be hard to imagine, but I generally don't talk a lot. But I'm sitting listening, and I'm listening to Bobby. Now, Bobby's from Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby has a very distinct Southern drawl. And I'm not a drawl, like accent, because drawl
just an accent. Yeah.
like maybe like Texas drawl, like how y'all doing? And maybe he does talk like that. But he has a very distinct Southern accent. And he's sitting in his car now, and I've told him this story, so I don't feel like I'm speaking out of school with it. I remember sitting there thinking, who is this motherfucker sitting in his car like he's all important? Like, I don't got time to be in the office. I'm going to sit in my car and talk to him. That's what I'm thinking as I'm looking at Bobby. And I'm not saying a word. I'm just listening to everybody talk. And he chimes in right in the middle and he says, you know, I want to know what G thinks about all this. And it totally took me back because I was like, whoa, wait a minute. First of all, I don't know this guy. And why is he asking my opinion about everything that's going on?
Yeah.
And from that moment forward, I feel like we've become good friends. And, you know, and we've not met yet. We have not physically met yet.
No.
So that's going to be super cool to be able to do that.
Yeah, because I think you guys talk on the phone at least 3 times a week on average.
But yeah, we communicate pretty regularly. So, but yeah, he's been my Chatterbait buddy. Also, they do virtual. So if you're on Chatterbait and you want to see a cool thing, they do virtual virtual parties. I think it's just virtual parties on Chatterbait. And they do a really good job. And then there's Jeff. Jeff was actually in that room also. He's a big camera on Chatterbait. He does very, very well. Him and Lacey, I think, are kind of quasi back together. I feel naughty because we've not been on Chatterbait for a minute.
I don't know, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I wanted to share that story. So we're gonna try and do some camming and stuff from the event. We got a hospitality suite there. We got that. So we're going to be doing more of the after parties from to 3 a.m. So we get all the riffraff at midnight. So anything else new with Marilu and you?
No, not really. Just, obviously booking a few appointments here and there. So if you're looking to talk to someone about your sexuality or questions you might have about swinging or just about maybe your confidence in coming into a club or in general in life as it pertains to you and your partner, feel free to look me up on Marilu and you, and we can set up an initial consult and see how we can help you out here.
It seems like there's a lot of people that have anxiety about sex in general. And, and other than sexologists, you can talk to your friends. You can't really talk to your family about it, so to speak. I mean, what do you go to Thanksgiving dinner and say, hey, I really like it when I get a blowjob and the girl puts a finger in my butt. Is that weird?
It's definitely not water cooler conversation sometimes, but then depending where you work, it may be.
Yeah. If you work at Adult Mart, that's probably more.
That's your go-to. But
Ryan, Turtle, whatever. I don't have the shirt. You haven't gotten me a shirt, so I'm still the come catcher. That I didn't say where I'm catching it. So,
there you go.
Catchers use a catcher's mitt. I'm using Marilu to catch it right now.
Well, I wanted to give one more shout out this week. We had Central Outreach here in Pittsburgh last week.
Good point.
And they did free testing. And I just wanted to thank everyone from Central that came out and worked the event, which was our Freaky Friday here. And again, they are going to be coming out and attending the Freaky Friday events all summer long. So if you're looking to get free testing, please stop in on that night and they'll take care of you in one of our back rooms and so forth. But I also wanted to give a shout out to Dr. Stacy Lane, who actually did a walkthrough, which I wasn't expecting. That kind of took me, by surprise. When all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, there's Dr. Stacy. But lovely individual, and had a great conversation, gave them the tour, for which I was kind of like, we were already, it was about 11:30, quarter to midnight. So I was kind of like, avert your eyes as we walk down this hallway. And they were like, I've seen it all. This is nothing. And I was like, okay, well then let's keep going down here to the bang box and let's go. Let me show you this room and this.
I think I still have my boo-boo from when I got tested.
But yeah, it was definitely great to have them out. And again, thank you for everything that you do for the community. Just a very lovely individual, and of course, their staff is just unbelievable. They were a great help, and it was actually kind of cool too to see some of our members recognize some of the nursing staff or the techs that were here, and they were like, "Oh my God, I know you!" So it was kind of cool to see everyone, open them, welcome them with open arms, I should say.
Well, I want to point out something very important about that. If you don't mind, we'll take a couple more minutes. I got tested, and I'm going to be very frank. I've been in long-term relationships for a long time, so testing has not been a regular part of my thing because it's not really been, a thing. And so so they ask questions as you're going through it, about your sexual history and stuff like that. And it was sort of interesting to answer because I've done that before with a regular doctor, and it really felt uncomfortable answering that. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I lied not this time, but when I've gotten tested before in the past. But I realized that they're very sex positive. It's a sex positive outfit. They're very supportive of sex workers, the LGBTQ community. That's really what they're about. That's what Central Outreach is about. And it's sort of like how we are about sexuality here at the club. We're very open or whatever. And it feels like Central Outreach is very much the same. And Brianna's chiming in a little bit because they know a lot about Central Outreach, and they could probably So I felt much more comfortable divulging my sexual history with them because I know that they're sex positive. I'm not going to be judged. Maybe they are because I gave some really fucked up weird answers, but how many partners have you had? How many? I think the question was, how many partners have you had? And I'm like, in my life, like in the last 2 weeks. I mean, what do you? Let's narrow this down. Like, how many partners have I had? So, but yeah, it was a nice experience. Though, if you can make it out to the next Freaky Friday, they will be here. It's totally free. It took maybe 10 minutes to do the whole thing, filling out the paperwork and all that. So I would recommend it. And if you can't make it, you can always go there. So, but. Okay. So I think that's about it. For those who are interested in the club, it's bodyshopclubs.com. You can go to the apply link. I will tell you right now that we still have single gentlemen on hold. So if you log in or you go to apply and you still see that it's on hold, don't apply because we're just going to automatically decline it. Because we're just not taking them. We've got it whittled down to about 50 applicants now. So we're slowly working on that. But once we get down to a reasonable number, we'll open it back up for single gens. No, I was going to say, and then remember Marilu and you, mariluandyou.com. If you want to talk about Turtle, your tiny pee-pee, or that reminds me. There's a meme out there, and there's a book cover, and it says they're like in a public place, and the cover of the book says how to deal with a large penis or something like that, or how to live with a large penis. So I want to find that book. Okay. Anyway, send me a body shop teacher for sure. Yes. But anyway, mariluandyou.com, bodyshopclubs.com. Visit those if you want more information about those things. And we super appreciate you guys watching. I see you already dropping like flies because we're signing out. We'll go ahead and play the outro. And I think that's about it.
Is this a new outro?
No. Come on. I've been busy.
Okay. Still, I like it. Okay. Cool.
So, all right, folks. Well, again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you sometime at the club. And that's about it. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week.
Yeah, Amazon probably does have the book. Okay, thanks, Dana. Brianna, text me, send me a message about tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you got lunch date or
Dinner date.
Yeah, dinner date. Wow, look at you. All right, folks. Have a good night. We'll see you later. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Hoes in this house, there's some 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 hoes in this house. Certified freak, 7 days a week. That wet ass pussy good. My pull-out game weak. Ooh, yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Swimming in it, baby. I'ma bring a bucket and a mop, darling. Give you everything I got. I'm falling. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Pussy. Beat it up, get your charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put your pussy in my face. Sweep my nose like a credit card. I'm on top, you wanna ride. Do a giggle while it's inside. Spit it up, my girl, while you're looking in my eyes. Pussy is wet, I'ma take a dive. I'ma tie you up like you're a prize. Let's play, I'll wear disguise. I'ma park my Mac truck and you can ride. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Swimming in it, baby. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Pussy. Gobble me, swallow me, drip it down inside of me. I gotta jump out before it gets inside of you. Tell me where to put it, but don't tell what you about to do. Talk your shit, baby, bite your lip, girl. Ask for a car while you riding that dick. I'm on top, you wanna ride. Do a giggle while it's inside. Spit it up, my girl, while you're looking in my eyes. Your pussy is wet, I'ma take a dive. I'ma tie you up like you're a